Hello everyone. Today is the 30th of July. We're almost done with July. And I'm here with another tarot reading, another channeled message for you. For you. So, first off, this is a very intuitive exercise. And there's no method. There's just, the method is going by intuition and what I'm led to do in that moment. And I feel like I just pulled that card. I just, split the deck and saw the page, or the Ace of Swords, and just started talking. And it led me to that process of how I go about these readings, and also how I go about life on a broader sense too, of each moment is leading you to the next, and there is context beneath those moments, and you may not have a plan in a larger sense as to what you're doing with your future self and like what you have in store for her or them or him, whatever. But you're going based on the moment, because things can change. Things change every moment. And so basing it off the past is, a good method, but also being open to change based on what this present moment is telling you. And being open to acting in a different way than you may have planned. You may try to plan, but then things don't go to plan, and you have to act in a way that is still connected with your core, with your true self, but is adapted to what the moment is calling from you. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so you may feel that there is some sort of injustice at play in your life with the Three of Swords in reverse and the Justice in reverse. And the Moon is here as well. And the Moon talks about things happening in the unseen, as well as like a light in the dark. And maybe things are in the dark right now, but there is a light. There is a light happening. Let's get more context. The King of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So this King of Pentacles figure might be someone coming in that feels like a more match to your frequency. So you may feel like this, with this Justice, there's, on the right side, there's scales, and on the bottom, there's like an there's an imbalance. And so this might be talking about anxiety and just feeling alone, and like there's no one that really gets you or is on your level in terms of frequency, and you just kind of feel alone, and your thoughts are your only company, and that can get crazy. Trust. When your thoughts are your only company, it can get wild. But yeah, and it can be very, alone. And when we're alone, sometimes that's a scary thing, and we feel vulnerable to, these other external stressors, and like we need community. We need companionship to feel strong and together. And, you are learning to be by yourself, and you are developing that sense of, just being alone, but you're like, I'm tired of this. Like, where are my people? Like, God, I mean, I have all this knowledge that I've gained from being alone, but like, I want to share it. Like, I want to be in community. And I feel like this is a collective energy. This is a collective reading, but like, people feel alone. Like, we don't have those places of community for people like, who don't go to church, or people who maybe in church it doesn't feel like super meaningful and grounded in community and kind of just show up. There's a lack of community, and it's like we're in the dark right now. There's none of that like spiritual lightness coming from community, and that's where we feel it a lot. But maybe, and that spiritual lightness might be, so this either is, a figure that is coming in the material to be that companionship for you, because you may feel like you have spiritual guidance and spiritual friends in the ethers, but like maybe this is someone coming in that is, a physical being, and in the physical that serves as a friend. But also the King of Pentacles is talking about a different situation, I feel like, where these communities, they're lacking in their spiritual groundedness because there is so much focus on the material. And in these places of worship, and I feel like where community is supposed to be a main part of, is the church, and connecting in these spiritual insights and wisdom, and that is a place for people to come together and share in those insights and speak of something higher to themselves. But I feel like they've become so literalized. Like, these passages have become about the facts and about the history and like the material, physical, reading the Bible as a history book instead of something that is timeless and eternal and talking about something higher. And so I know that's how I feel. That's why I don't really go to church, because I do feel like it is too literal. And I know you guys as well are craving a place and a community where we can talk about these higher, more spiritual, more timeless, eternal principles and how they play out in our lives and connect us with one another. I crave a place and a community where we can share those things. And I bet you guys do too. Anything else? So I get the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. And it looks like we can build that. It's gonna take courage with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck. But as we build it within ourselves and destroy the parts of us, not destroy is kind of violent, maybe, but let go of parts of ourselves that are connected and find comfort in this state of being alone and wanting to be alone because no one can hurt us. It's like a state of, fear, and you don't want people to hurt you, and there might be feelings of mistrust and old traumas that we need to release and tend to the parts of ourselves that are rooted in courage and connection. And I'm just getting to the earth as well. Like with these, I see these beautiful green colors in the tree here. And so we can also find support in the earth and like getting out into nature. So this may be a message to ground in nature if you are feeling these kinds of energies over here. Because we do have a friend in Mother Earth as well, who is a physical being. Well, maybe not mother, well, the trees, that is, and the birds and the plants and the insects, like that is all, and the water, these are all physical beings this is all Mother Earth manifested. So finding a friend in her as well and tending to her, and yeah, focusing on nurturing and tending to that sanctuary, and doing away with these old patterns and these old communities. I think this part of us is dying away, the one that's rooted in complete materiality. I think I got it. And letting go, so we're letting go and building new simultaneously. But we have to have something new to come to before we come. Do we? That is a question. Do we have to build something new before we can let go of the old so that there is something new to come to? I think these things are happening simultaneously. As we build the new, people will start to recognize, like, yes, this is the community that I feel, 11:11 on the clock as I say this, that I feel connected to. And I'm not really resonating with these old systems. Like, I want to be a part of this new earthy system connected to Mother Earth and the natural, rather than the swords, which is purely, logic, structured, like, very, because swords are about, it's like, it rules air, and it's not intuitive, it's very logical, which we need logical, but like, I feel like these systems of community are purely based in like what is strategical and logical, and there's no magic and intuition and connection rooted in love. And so that's what we're moving towards. And it starts within ourselves. So it's happening in ourselves. This is a individual process as well as a collective process that we're all going through. As a collective together and as individuals, we're moving towards this connection with the natural and with ourselves and what is natural to ourselves. And doing away and letting go of these trauma patterns based in fear and what we have to do to survive, and let me think of a plan and a strategy because I'm not going to make it. No, you don't have to. You can let go. You can let go and give these anxieties to the earth. Give all this planning and these rumination and give it to the earth, and she will support you. And just connect with her. You don't have to plan. Everything works out when you trust in, and when you are rooted in beliefs and mindsets and actions in this loving kindness, giving, tending, nurturing, natural. These are all words with frequency. And when we choose a life rooted with these as the foundation, we can let go of the old that's not resonating with who we want to be and become and are becoming. As a collective, as a nation, as a world, and as an individual. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time.